Please state your name and address, please.
Good evening. My name is Manu Mazumdar. I'm from 33 Stonehenge Road. It's a pleasure to be here to speak in front of the council. Before I talk about the topic that I want to talk about, I just want to mention that I'm a proud American. I'm a proud South Windsor resident of 20 years, and my heritage and my roots are from India. Before I continue, I'd like to introduce some of my fellow speakers as well. With your permission, Madam Mayor, if I may do so.
Certainly.
Gary.
Hi, my name's Gary Bazzano. I live at 53 Spinners Run. I've been a resident of South Windsor for 23 years. I'm of Italian descent and heritage, but most of all, I'm an American.
Sanjib.
I'm Sanjib Kumar, 32 Bridlewood Road. I'm a proud American. My roots are from India. Nishi and I have lived here for 12 years in South Windsor and in this country for more than 25 years.
Art?
Good evening. My name is Art Jennings. I live at 35 Shagbark Road. I've been a member of South Windsor community for about 35 years. And tonight I'm here with some of my friends to speak what I think is a very important topic. Thank you.
Mark?
How you doing? I'm Mark Davis, 11 Harmon Way. I've been in South Windsor for 10 years. I'm a proud American. My heritage is African American.
Toby.
Good evening. My name is Toby Lewis of 32 Linda Lane. I'm a proud American, and I'm a proud South Windsor resident of over 20 years. And my heritage, my roots are Welsh and English.
Sudip.
Hi, I'm Sudip Bhattacharjee. Sarbadi and I live in 77 Clearview Drive in South Windsor. We are both proud Americans and we have Indian roots.
Good evening. I'm Kathy Doherty. I live at 12 Roy Road. I have been a South Windsor resident all of my life, so I won't tell you the number of years. I am a very proud American, and my roots are Irish and French.
Hi, I'm Audrey Delmicky, 130 Felt Road. I've been a resident of 49 years. I'll say my number of years. And my roots are from Ireland, Sweden, and Poland.
Mike Coburn, 59 Bridlewood Road. I am a son of an immigrant Irish woman. I've lived in South Windsor. I got everybody beat 54 years. I can say that I loved it as a kid, grew up, raised a family, and now in the golden years, I'd like to think the town will remain as I've always seen it. I'm here in support of everyone.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen of the Town Council, thanks for allowing us to come over and speak for a few minutes. A lot of you have seen over the last week, over the last couple of days, there have been signs all around town that talks about our diversity, talks about diversity and unity in our town. As I said, my name is Manu Mazumdar. You can see the poster, see a banner up over here. As I said, my name is Manu Mazumdar, and I represent a group over here that is non-political. It's a grassroots movement, and what we would like to do is to talk about our mission, and our mission is very simple. Our mission is strength in diversity, unity in inclusion. Now, we care for all South Windsor residents. We have been in South Windsor because we have chosen this to be our home. A lot of the folks that you heard introduce themselves, as I'm sure most of you are, At some point or the other, we are the beneficiaries of immigrants who came to this country to form a better life for themselves. I can tell you, when I raised my right hand to take the oath of citizenship of the United States of America, I don't know if you are aware of it or not, but my prior citizenship was from India, and since India does not have a dual citizenship, I actually had to make a conscious decision as an adult to renounce my Indian citizenship, to take on the citizenship of this great country, the United States of America. I'm proud to call myself an American and proud to call myself a South Windsor resident, because this town has truly given me the ability to live the American dream. We are here because over the last several months, a lot of you have seen a lot of discussion in the popular press about some negativity around diversity. South Windsor, we believe, is in fact a beacon that stands out from the rest, and South Windsor celebrates diversity. We care for all of our citizens, and I can tell you, I'm looking around the dais, and I can tell you that each one of you I've had the pleasure of meeting at some juncture or the other in my 20 years of residency in this town. And I can tell you I'm proud that you represent our town, because you believe that this town is for everybody, and I hope that all of you would agree with me that you serve to represent all of us in this town. We want to partner with all of you, the town administration, to promote conversations, dialogues, exchange of ideas that celebrates the fact that we all have different roots, but we are all joined in commonality by our proud citizenry, by our proud citizenship. What I'd like to do is I'd like to introduce my good friend Sanjib Kumar to come in and talk a little bit more about this.
Thank you, Manu. Just for the record, once again, I'm Sanjib Kumar from 32 Bridlewood Road. As you heard from Manu, the mission of this grassroots movement is strengthen diversity and unity and inclusion. So along those lines, we would like to propose a few things that where we believe we could partner with the town administration, and we could take it to the next level in terms of joint action with the town administration. So first thing, we want to start with the Senior Citizens Forum that includes a lunch or a dinner with them. And the idea is that we would like to learn from their experiences and from their wisdom while we share all our roots, so that there is an integration that happens that we believe is happening but needs to be more overt. So that's the first thing we want to propose to the town administration. In addition, we want to celebrate various cultural and heritage related festivals. And we have seen there are many things that we do in town, but there are a few that we would like to propose. And by no means this is a comprehensive list. This is just a set of examples. And we are open for anyone to join us and to propose new things. But here are some examples. We would like to do or celebrate St. Patrick's Day, which basically celebrates the Irish heritage. We would like to celebrate with a festival of lights, for example. That celebrates the Indian heritage. We would like to celebrate Eid, which celebrates Islamic heritage, Pakistani heritage. Right? In addition to all this, we would also like to celebrate and be present at our local American heritage and cultural things, such as strawberry festivals, apple festivals, and things like that. So here are some examples, and we would like to have this discussion with you on an ongoing basis. At this point, I would like to invite my good friend Art. He has a few things to say as well.
Again, Art Jennings, 35 Shagbark Road, South Windsor. You know, I have the pleasure of two of these people who have spoken already in front of you as being my neighbors. And one of the things that, as we were talking, kind of struck me was a couple of roles that I play with, that I am in the community is one of a assistant scoutmaster in town, as well as being a soccer coach. And the thing I thought was very important in just looking at that and reflecting about that was, as a coach or as a leader of a young boys group, it was very important for me to set an example by leadership of showing young people, you know, the right way to play the sport, or the right way to camp, or the right way to conduct themselves. So when Manu and Sanjib we had spoke socially, and we talked about this issue, and they spoke to me about the idea, I think as leaders, you know, we are the ones who need to set the pace. We are the ones who need to shine the light. We're the ones who need to demonstrate the type of people we really are. You know, and that's not by saying we're a community that doesn't accept other people. I think we are. But I think we need to set the example for all to see, you know, not just in our community, but in our state and our country. So that's why I'm kind of excited about what we're proposing here tonight, and I hope that we get the support of the town leadership on this. Thank you. Toby?
Toby Lewis, 32 Linda Lane. South Windsor has always been a place at the forefront of creating respected and accepting place to live, work, and go to school. Our group would like to celebrate this and create even more opportunities for every culture to celebrate their heritage and their roots. This would be a yearly festival put on by all to celebrate our town. This grassroots effort seeks to encourage, uplift, and unify people in a loving, caring, and friendly way, rather than to judge and condemn those who fall short. We encourage all citizens of South Windsor to reach out and contact us to get involved with this historic endeavor. We will build our future together as one.
So thank you, Toby. Once again, I'm Sudip Bhattacharjee. I'm from 77 Clearview Drive. I'm a professor at UConn and have trained thousands of students who have got good jobs and have made great citizens. I'm now on loan to the US government. I now serve in the federal government trying to make and measure a better country. I started working under then President Obama, and I'm continuing under President Trump. So my service is as non-political and as non-religious as it can get. Today I'm here in my capacity as a proud American with a proud Indian heritage and as a proud South Windsor resident where we have lived for almost 20 years and have raised 2 kids, and now we are trying to make our town even better. As many others have said before me today, let us celebrate. Bless you. Let us celebrate the positive impacts of our diverse cultures. So a little bit of history. About 500 years ago, Christopher Columbus reached this country in his search for India. Now that his descendants have finally met the descendants of the real India,
Watch out, Gary, but for the rest of us, we are in it together. Well, there have been dark clouds from time to time. We have gone through this phase of no Chinese, no Irish, no Italians, no Germans, no Jews, no Polish, no Lithuanians. But we have always overcome those feelings. And now we celebrate the Irish and Italian cultures with food and drinks. We celebrate German music composers with our school students learning how to play them. Our residents enjoy Chinese food, Indian food, song and dance. If there is good food and fun, count me in. So, this grassroots movement that we are talking about today is to try and understand each other better, respect and celebrate our differences, take the best from each and embrace each other. That has always made us stronger in the past and will make us stronger yet again. Along with this grassroots physical movement, we are also planning an internet strategy with a website, Facebook, and Twitter account. I want to invite all others in the town to join in, as some of us have already said before. We also want to partner with the local administration, the town manager, the police chief, the fire chief, the school superintendent, to promote a safe and secure environment for all our citizens, irrespective of our cultural heritage. So lastly, I urge the Town Council to help us achieve this objective for South Windsor by promoting such events where we can come together socially, irrespective of political and other positions, where we can get to know each other, where we can help each other to become better economically, socially, with food and song and dance and in many other ways. Thank you. Nishi, can you please?
Thank you, Sudip. Madam Mayor, Madam Deputy Mayor, and the honorable members of the council, my fellow citizens. My name is Nishi Kumar. I'm from 32 Bridlewood Road in South Windsor, and I'm a physician. I serve the community. I work in Vernon. I've lived in South Windsor for about 12 years or so. And as a physician, I serve everybody. I treat everybody, whether they are of one political stripe or another. Doesn't matter what they look like, what they believe in. And I feel proud to be part of this grassroots movement because I feel that including, everybody in propagating something that is positive is very important, because as a country, that's who we are. Americans are decent, fair-minded folks and have always welcomed people after, whatever ups and downs that might come along. So I encourage the town to be part of this movement and to help everybody come together even more and show our unity. There is unity in diversity, unity in being different kinds of different, Americans that look different, let's say it that way. But as a physician, I found that people, no matter what they look like and what they believe in, ultimately are very, very similar as human beings. And that's what I would like to encourage as well, that the town should get behind this. And I hope the council will support us. Thank you.
Thank you very much to all my speakers. In conclusion, our ask is very simple. Our ask is that we ask the Town Council to support this movement, which we think is extremely important. We ask that the Town Council, in fact, make it germane in their administration of our town various factors that celebrates our diversity. I want to conclude by telling you a quick story. A few months ago, I was flying back from my Washington, D.C. office, and I was in the aircraft. A gentleman sitting next to me asked me, "So Manu, where do you live?" And I smiled and I said, "My U.S. passport says South Windsor, Connecticut. I live on American Airlines." The truth of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen of the Town Council, I could have chosen to live anywhere. My offices are actually in Washington, D.C., Dallas, London, etc., India, etc., etc. I choose to live in South Windsor. And I choose to live in South Windsor because South Windsor is a town that I found. I remember when we first moved to town 20 years ago, Buckland Street used to still have the remnants of the sheds of the tobacco farms. Today, we are proud to have one of the leading shopping centers in our area on Buckland Street in the form of Evergreen Walk. I remember the Torzos Golf Course that was in a dilapidated situation, and now we have beautiful facilities going up over there, thanks to some of the hard work that all of you guys have done. And I'm here to tell you, we as the citizens of South Windsor strongly support what you guys are doing, but we hope that you support our grassroots movement so that we can jointly and together build a town that the rest of the country, in fact, can be proud of and learn from what South Windsor is doing today. The rest of the country will follow us and do tomorrow. Thank you for your time.
Thank you all for coming. That was a very beautiful and moving presentation.